Hello, good morning, traders. Good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are located. Be very well greeted here in our crypto session with the focus of MACD with our one and only MACD expert here, Darek Dargo.
Oh, whoa,
Good
whoa,
afternoon,
whoa.
Darek.
Hello, good afternoon. I think that there are more experts on MACD, and one of those is just sitting on the left side of the screen.
But
On the,
don't no, but no one of the MACD experts is that charming as you are. So this is like
oh,
the
whoa,
one
whoa,
and
whoa,
only
whoa.
thing that you are alone having.
Uh, yeah, you are so kind. I just wonder what you want to get from me, being so kind. Maybe you want me to reveal some secrets, some trading secrets, how to become a millionaire or something like that.
Exactly. Exactly. I didn't tell you that, Derek. I have to be very honest. I made a deal with all our traders in the chat room that I will be very friendly to you today, that you are giving us all the secrets and telling us exactly what to do.
Uh-huh.
So this is why I'm a little bit charming to you this today.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I hope also that the other guys on the chat will be so kind. Then maybe I will make the decision and say a few words about how to be rich and nice, because we want to be nice, rich, and happy. And
Yes.
sometimes one of those things is missing. So, guys, today you will know all the rules, what you need to do. I see that we are also live on YouTube. So, hello, YouTube viewers. Nice to see you also there. And let's start with Bitcoin. What do you think about Bitcoin now?
Well, actually, I like the Bitcoin at the moment very much. I have to say because there's all this kind of discussions going on right now with the SEC, with the regulations that they are kind of like trying to regulate it more and more. And this shows as well how serious, meanwhile, the authorities are taking the cryptocurrency itself, and this is a good sign. And through all this firestorm, let me say, of news and it's like, if you drive a bicycle and every 50 meters then somebody and tries to put you like a stick into your wheels, that you make like a salto mortale, but Bitcoin is able to somehow go around this, and then maybe here and there takes a little bit of damage, but all in all, it's really like coming very nicely through, and this shows the strength of these cryptocurrencies at the moment. And I honestly have to say, when you're looking from the weekly chart, we just started a new uptrend actually, and this is, I think, this is something what really can easily continue for the next couple of weeks. And I said it already last week, Darek, when we met. I believe that Bitcoin. I mean, if you look at this weekly channel that we are seeing here, I mean, the way to the 40,000 is still a piece to go for it, of course. But I think it's really like a realistic situation. We might have at 35,000 the first like kind of a reaction to be expected. This was a previous breakout level. We are at the moment at the well, so here we have to get over. It might be getting a little bit turbulent still, but I think here like 40,000 actually. I think it's in the it's close actually. It's closer than probably many think. But of course, it's also only my personal view. But I could really imagine this momentum, what we have seen last week in Bitcoin, that it starts to that it continues for the next couple of days. Also, the retracement that we are seeing right now, it's so like soft, or like, yeah. I mean, there is no strength to the downside at all. I mean, it's rather like the strength is very clearly shown to the upside. That if Bitcoin comes down, it's very shaky, and so I think this is a good market to look for. And on the 4-hour chart, I see a nice formation here as well, a triangle formation that just needs to be broken, and then we are seeing the next leg to be forming. And if this leg is forming, look at where we will be then. It will be pretty high already, I think. Let me
Yeah,
check it.
I think that there's still there's still a chance that they will make a correction going higher. Why? Because when I compare the price action from, let's take a look at maybe on 4-hour chart and take a look at what happened between 10th and 22nd of April, okay? On the 4-hour chart, then you can see it better.
Yep, let me get there.
To the second half of April.
Let me get there. The second half of April. It should be somewhere here, right?
Yeah,
Here is
yeah.
the second half.
Yes, yes. I mean that what started on the 10th, 11th April, and then we saw that market was really bullish and then started falling. And when I look at the moment now, I think that there's a lot of similarity between this what's happening now and this what
Mhm.
happened that time. So I think that you are right that we are generally bullish on the Bitcoin, but I expect some correction still coming. Maybe not
Okay.
so deep, maybe not so deep as it was in April, but it still can happen.
And that's a good catch, actually. It's exactly the same situation here, right? Also in the weekly, we see it quite interesting. I didn't see that yet, actually. That's a very nice hint, Derek. I'm just looking at it. You see here, this was this leg, right? This was here end of March.
Mm-hmm.
Came actually this leg here, and this was exactly middle of March, and then we had like a few weeks, like still a little bit going to
Without
the upside.
without decision, and then
Yeah.
they came back to the bottom of this channel, and again,
Mhm.
this is a very regular channel, so I think that this will work. But I still, I have a buy order, buy limit on 29,900.
Mhm.
Where I think that if it works, then I agree that the market will go much higher. But if it doesn't work and I'll be stopped out, then another level where I would expect some buying is 29,200. I have some levels here which show me that there could be a kind of correction before going higher. The question is how I know that you are often looking at seasonal behavior of instrument. Did you check how let's say how summer looks on the
Oh,
uh,
we can
on the
definitely look at it.
Bitcoin?
Yeah, we can definitely look at it. I can bring it up quickly. I mean, this is you have one thing is clear. I know Bitcoin is still quite pretty young compared to other markets, so there's not so many like data if you go back in the years. So
Yeah,
I have
that's yeah,
only
that's
10
true.
years 10 years of data, so it's very of course the less data I have, the less significant as well is like
Yeah, I
um,
agree. Mm-hmm.
the seasonal like saying, but I bring it up anyway. It's not a problem. So this is a seasonal chart that we are seeing here. What does it say? It's actually the percentage of months here, the percentage of months in which the Bitcoin closed higher than it opened from 2014 to 2023. And you see we are entering now July, and you will be seeing as well when you look here at the performance, the average performance, then the July is, the top one
The
is
best.
within the top four. Let me say it has a very good hit rate and it has a very strong performance. It's from the performance perspective. In average, we have
Mm-hmm.
9.4%, which is okay. We have better months. October is the absolute top months for Bitcoin, followed by probably by February May timeframe, and then comes as well here the July. But July is good, has a good hit rate. 67% of the times it was closing higher than not, with an average performance of like 9.4%. So I believe that you know that we can really grow higher at this very moment still. And if we are looking back to what you've shown correctly, I have to say this looks really very, very similar. Quickly, let me take off the trades that we better see the price action, because also here, it didn't immediately strong move to the
Mm-hmm.
to the to the
Mm-hmm.
upside. We had still 3-4 weeks of like even 11% of performance before the retracement came. And this is something what I could imagine that also happens now that we are a little bit slowing down. You see as well the next week after the strong move was like a retracement week, and then we slightly grinded to the upside, reached the top of the channel, could be somewhere here, end of July. And then in August, and if you see then in August the hit rate, this fits then very nicely to a dip in August.
Yeah.
So
August and
that we are now.
September looks very
Yeah,
poor.
exactly. And this is the time, Derek, when I could agree that this retracement, what you are saying, that this is coming in this time frame, for example, right? That it then prepares for getting a dip down, and then we are shooting in October like a rocket to the sky, to the moon. It's called in Bitcoin language, right? To the moon.
Yeah, yeah, and I see February also is a huge positive month for cryptos for Bitcoin. February is
Yeah, it's a
89%.
89%. Yeah, this is
Wow.
actually a, yeah, but you have to say,
So it
but you
means
have to be.
that nearly 9 years from 10 where Bitcoin was growing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the 89 comes now together because we have here, 10 years. It's like because February is through already, so we have 11 years in the
Yeah.
history now here
Mm-hmm.
already. So this is why the numbers a little bit crazy here. So from that perspective, but yes, yes, in February we can check. We can make the check here in February. So yes, well, here this year, this was no what? Wait a second. This weekly chart, how we can see that here.
You must take monthly
Um, the monthly chart, exactly. That's a good idea.
and make it
So
bigger so we can see the better.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So now we can look for, February. Here was the February positive
Second.
month.
Yeah. Next positive.
This this was a positive month, right? So then we had here a negative month in the February. Here in 2020, but in 2021 we had a we had a really
Ah,
fulminant February. It was like it made it made 76% in one month
month.
from bottom to top. This is incredible. And also like last year February was positive, right? Open to close 8%, and bottom to the top 30%. And then this year again, yeah, it was also good. So it was also very good. No, not very good, but it was okay. It
Yeah.
was a
So
little
I
bit, a
think
little
that
bit.
next February we could be also bullish. Why not? If this
Yeah,
is
why
a
not?
kind of a tradition.
I mean, but this is the great thing in seasonals. I mean, this is what I love in seasonals very much. Because I'm not sure if I shown you this last week. This metrics what I'm having, because I know for the whole year already which assets I'm trading in which direction to what time. That's actually like for me like the great thing in seasonals. So if I'm looking here, for example, in my list, I can tell you now that Aussie dollar in July, for example, I'm looking for long opportunities, in the Aussie dollar. I'm looking in British pound rather for short opportunities, seasonal wise. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to trade it also short, because it's just giving me orientation, right? So I go there and see, okay, Aussie dollar, I would like to trade, like long in June and long in July, for example. So then next step is, of course, I'm coming to the chart and checking, hey, is it really going? Is it really going like short, or is it really going long? Yeah. So, and you see that in the beginning of the month, I had a great opportunity with longs. This was perfect. Yeah. But now in the second half, I stopped trading the Aussie dollar. And then in July, might be similar thing again. We have now a nice retracement. Maybe we are growing again. So if the trend is going shifting to the long side, yeah, if I, for example, having here a nice cross of the RSI, or if I have a bullish engulfing combined with the MACD, a signal, then it's the time for buying this market actually. And this is why I love seasonal so much, because I'm always with direction. And I know I can tell you already now what I'm trading in December, long and short, actually, also from a stock perspective. I have over 100 stocks categorized like in this seasonal category. So I exactly know which stocks I have on my watch list in December already now. That's great. I like it.
Okay,
I'm
so we are
prepared.
we are we are just coming to an end of June. So what instruments, in your opinion, in July could be interesting? Which are giving some clear
I mean,
signals, looking at the sentiment, seasonality
from a
sentiment.
sentiment, yeah, from the seasonality perspective, you have here the July. I mean, it depends now, of course, if you want to trade it long or short. I mean, this is the only thing is, for example, if I'm looking in gold, many people are interested. Gold, we see very much now at the moment. This could be a really good turnaround situation for gold, because we see at the moment gold dropping quite a lot, or was dropping quite a lot already. And you see in July, yeah, if I'm marking it maybe like this, and you see here the spot.